So what has it come to when the highlight of your week, or my week specifically, is buying an old lady crystal cut gin glass? I don't even like gin.
Oh my God!
Well, welcome to the show. I'm Ashley Conrad. We now have a name for this podcast. It is officially the Confessional podcast. We'll put some sound effects in there as well. Now, I've wasted my week watching Desperate Housewives. I need to ask though, how are you? Is everything good? We're still going? Hopefully we've stopped shaving our heads. I was not supporting that egg look that you guys were doing. Anyway, back to Desperate Housewives. I've spent my week watching Desperate Housewives, and I've sort of considered lowering my life ambitions now and actually becoming a housewife, just like those women on Desperate Housewives. Oh, could you imagine just to marry someone? And that's it, just marry someone wealthy, live in the suburbs, and just gossip day to day. I could do that like it's an art. Now, last week's podcast, I want to read to you some of the comments that I received. First up, it was one of the comments read, I had to cover my ears for some parts as it was naughty in some parts, and you were a bit brutal about TikTok. Wow. I think whoever wrote that, you need to watch your back. And please don't cover your ears, because if you cover your ears, you'll miss a lot. Next up, we have one more comment. Now, I think this comment came from somebody drunk, but I will still read it out. The comment says, your podcast brings all the boys to the yard. There we go. Start at the bottom. Now, last week's show was called Dumped in Lockdown. So this week, I'm asking, have you heard of this latest sex trend called spite porn? So the term has been coined by a dominatrix known as Ali Eve Knox. I believe that she missed a trick there, and she should have called herself Cox. Did you get it? Probably not. Anyway, she says people are paying her to shame their former lovers. Now she's doing it online. So explaining how it works, Ali told Rolling Stone magazine that she first reels in the target with a saucy scene to get them hooked, telling them that someone bought them a special video. Now hands up, how many people have bought you a special nude video? Bought. Exactly. So clearly she's reeling in stupid people to start with. Ali then switches it up and she changes the tone and says, I've befriended your ex-wife, girlfriend, wife, probably mother, before giving them. She gives them a humiliating verbal spanking. That's a lot of work for somebody stupid. I don't know, that's ridiculous. So I guess in the future, if you want to embarrass someone, you can pay this woman to shame them online. How many other people see it, because the shaming comes from their friends seeing it, so maybe save your money. Anyway, let's talk celebrities. So Katie Price has admitted she can't wait to accompany her son Harvey on his first nightclub experience when he finally turns 18, obviously once lockdown is over, because you don't want to be in a club and everyone is coughing and sneezing on you. Oh no. And certain nightclubs are they're very sweaty. Now, I'm actually really starting to appreciate old Jordan in this lockdown. And have you ever been to a nightclub with your mother? I have a story to tell you. I once went clubbing with somebody else's mother. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I'm never going to see this person again, so I can talk freely and openly. So it was in a less than desirable area of London down south. And this particular mother, she got absolutely blind drunk. Now, when you think of a mother, she was, imagine, is her name Karen in EastEnders? If you don't know it, Google Karen in EastEnders or Google Chav Mum in EastEnders. She had that kind of look to her. Now, she did take off her shoes and she was swinging them in the air and dancing, and it caused a whole lot of embarrassment. And I knew her. Fun fact, this lady, when I first met her, she told me I had really, really nice white teeth. Let's move on. Have you heard of Azalea Banks? Do you know her? Very quickly, she's an American rapper, and I know she had this really, really good song in 2014 called Chasing Time. Since then, I have absolutely no idea. There was rumours that she's in the blogs and the American websites a lot, sort of talking. However, she is spilling tea. First up, she said she slept with Dave Chappelle. He's a comedian, and he had a really good willy, she said. She would have stayed for longer. I like that. At least she's being honest. Now, she is allegedly talking on her social media and is claiming that rapper Busta Rhymes grabbed her boyfriend's bum, implying Busta is a little, yas queen. Busta Rhymes, really? I have to confess that growing up in the suburbs, everybody was listening to S Club 7, and I was over there passing the Cavassier with Busta and Diddy. Anyway, Busta, if it's true, if you grabbed this man's bum, I hope it felt nice. I really do. Azalea keeps spilling that tea. So in other news, a school teacher and her sheriff deputy husband have been sued for allegedly serving student cupcakes containing her husband's cum. I've heard it all. Let me tell you a story. I, as a reporter, went out to cover the porn awards in London one year, and I interviewed a guy. I remember his name. I'm not going to tell it to you. And he told me that he gives himself golden showers. So he goes into his shower cubicle and he urinates on himself, and he gets some sort of sexual pleasure out of that. I found that very bizarre and quite smelly. But it's interesting the different things people do in their lives. Do you think this woman and her husband got some sort of sexual pleasure out of putting his cum into some cupcakes? It's weird. It's very weird. Anyway, obviously, this is over in America. Now, her name is Cynthia Perkins. She's 35. And her husband, his name is Dennis Perkins. He's 44. They had a civil complaint filed against them, claiming the couple fed the tainted baked goods to a class. Now, that's disgusting. If it was cum cakes and they're feeding it to each other, then yes, that's fine. That's a sexual fetish between a married couple in their bedroom with the doors locked and hopefully the windows closed, unless they're filming that for OnlyFans. But to feed this to people is disgusting. Now this actually gets worse. Let's read on. The pair had been arrested in October on charges of rape, sexual battery, video voyeurism. Oh, what's that? Are they filming people like in short toilets and showers? They also did stuff called mingling harmful substances, obscenity, and producing child pornography. Just to get rid of these people. Dennis Perkins also faces a separate charge of sexually abusing an animal. I don't know what to say. It raises many questions. What animal did he sexually abuse? Why are you sexually abusing an animal? You have a wife. Why are you two not making love? Why you got to go and make the poor animal a victim? Let's move on. This made me laugh. So, David Beckham. Now, the story is apparently he trolled his wife, Vicky Beckham, over a selfie of her smiling. This is a very rare situation in the world of Victoria Beckham. On a side note, Victoria Beckham sang a cover of this track called This Groove. If you ever get a chance, you have to find it on YouTube because it's not on Spotify. Wow. Why they used her as the backing singer in the Spice Girls is just beyond me. She's really good. The video, the song is all trying to be sexy and it doesn't really come across with Vicky Beckham, but it's a really good song and I used to listen to it for some sort of gym motivation. Now, yes, David Beckham is trolling his wife. Now, I have to say, I do hate the word troll. Are you just not passing an opinion in a public space to a person that has put something in the public space? Possibly. Maybe because I've never been trolled. That could end today. Who knew she had teeth though? So do you remember Prince Harry and Meghan's wedding? Oh, I love that. For some bizarre reason, David Beckham and Vicky were invited. And do you remember watching her walking down to the church? And she's trying to pull faces and everyone's looking, oh, David Beckham looks old and wrinkly. And then you see Victoria walking next to him and she's trying her hardest not to smile. I just don't have time for that. Just smile. Be happy you're invited. Anyway, apparently David Beckham has trolled her by saying he didn't know she had teeth under the picture she posted of herself smiling. You know what I think is a little bit sad? That they're husband and wife. So it's very, very likely she was sat on the left side of the bed. He was on the right side. She posted the picture. He commented and they were all in the same room. Just a bit sad. Did you watch Tiger King? Now, I'm not talking about myself here at all. No way, this is about Ashley. But did you develop a crush on anybody in the show? Do you think Joe Exotic could show you a good time? Oh, that Carol Baskin. Do you wish you could ride that bike with her? Oh, I'm putting some horrible images in your head. I do like the flower headband she wore. My favourite of this series was the topless guy with no teeth. Anyway, did you know Joe Exotic had a fashion line which actually sold out? Who bought that mess? Oh god, I had a look at it and it does look like those basic t-shirts and hoodies with an image or a logo just stuck on it anyway. You know, the typical, and they'll try and pass that off as like a couture fashion line. Carole Baskin, let's talk Carole Baskin. Now, I believe she seems so sweet and a really nice lady you call cats and kittens, and I just want to drink tea with her. She seems lovely. Now, she has sold out on a trading card game. Who is buying this Tiger King merch? Why did no one tell me about it? So Carole Baskin, she has autographed trading cards which feature, again, Carole Baskin and her current alive husband rocking matching big cat costumes. It's so cringy when you see the picture. It is so cringy. Now, if this was anybody else dressed up as a cat, you would say, or probably I would just say, these people need to get laid. They need a man, they need a woman, but these two are married to each other. Now, the card game was sold, and it's been sold out for $99. So in English money, that's around £80, 27 pence. Seriously, who bought this? Who bought this to watch or to look at Carole Baskin and her husband dressed up as giant cats? We were talking about the previous couple on Cum Cupcakes. Maybe this is some sort of foreplay for them. I'm speechless and slightly disturbed. If anyone is selling the cards on YouTube, don't sell cards on YouTube. If anyone is selling the cards on eBay, please drop a link. How was this quarantine and lockdown? So how has this quarantine and lockdown period been for you? I don't like the word quarantine. It makes me think of battery chickens. Have you been having phone sex during this time? I will not judge you at all. I personally haven't. I have no one to have phone sex with. Maybe nobody wants to have phone sex with me. I don't care what you're wearing. However, a new survey has revealed that phone sex has soared during lockdown, with Sheffield in the north of England and Belfast over there to the left revealed as the horniest UK cities. I wouldn't say no to phone sex with someone from Belfast. That accent. Now, I haven't been to any of these cities, unfortunately, but are the people attractive up there? Let me know. I'm going to Google naked people from Sheffield in a second. Research conducted by Viva Street has shown that those talking dirty down their mobiles has increased nationally by a whopping 23% compared to before lockdown, because we could all have hookups and drive-bys and drive-throughs during lockdown. Now, Liverpool, and I love that accent. If anybody's on who wants to call me up in a Liverpool accent, 079, give me a call. Liverpool scored pretty high with a 49% increase. I really do like that accent. Do I have a favourite Liverpudlian accent? I don't know, literally anybody. Brookside would be my show if it was still on. I would have enjoyed that show with one hand. Now, increasingly, Edinburgh was the only city to show a decline in people engaging in phone sex. Again, I think it's down to the accent. Nobody really wants Nicola Sturgeon in their ear. Like, ew. No, you don't want that. Kate Moyle, a socio-sexual and relationship therapist and psychologist, what a title, told The Sun, text and WhatsApp is a great way to flirt and build anticipation. Therefore, please send notes so I can talk about you in the next podcast. I appreciate that.